average value of a current. So let us see what is an average value of a current. So as everyone knows, what is the difference between an AC signal as well as a DC signal. So a DC is nothing but a time independent. It is not dependent upon a time. But whereas the AC signal is purely dependent on time. So if I draw a AC signal, this is the pattern of an AC signal. So on the x-axis it is time, and on y-axis it is either current or voltage or power, anything. So on x-axis it is time. That means as you move with respect to time, the value of the signal is going on changing. Such kind of a signal is called as an AC signal. For that AC signal, we'll calculate what is the average value. So if I take one complete cycle of an AC signal is nothing but one positive cycle and one negative cycle. This completes one cycle. So you need to find the average for one complete cycle. So let us take it as the origin point 0, and from here to here, let me consider the time period as t. That means this is t. That means exactly half of it will be what? T by 2. So this complete is time period t, and half of it will be t by 2. So and if I calculate the average for one complete cycle, that means the average value will be equal to what? 0. The average value will be equal to what? 0. Why it is 0? Because you are having one positive cycle, one negative cycle. One positive quantity, one negative quantity. If I take an average of both, because magnitude is same. For example, if I take two numbers, 5, another -5. If I take average of both the numbers, the value is what? 0. Why it is 0? Because one is having a positive sign, one is having a negative sign. Here also same. The magnitude is same, but one is positive, but other is negative. Hence, the average for one complete cycle, if I find, it will be equal to 0. So, to get the average, we don't calculate for one complete cycle, but instead we calculate for half of the cycle, that is t by. So generally average means what? In general definition, if you look into the statistics, average or mean is nothing but sum of observations by number of observations. Sum of observations by number of observations. For example, if I give some numbers 5, 6, 10, 12, 20. If I give some numbers like this and ask you to find average or mean, what you will do? You will add all the numbers 5 plus 6 plus 10 plus 12 plus 20 divided by number of observations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 5. So in that way you get the what you call it as a mean. So when that formula can be used, when the values are discrete values, not continuous, then you can easily apply that statistical formula. But if here it is not a discrete value, here it is a continuous value. This is a continuous, this is a curve. It is having continuous value, not discrete values. For continuous value, we use integration in the place of addition. I am writing in in the example I've given, I have added all the observations because they are discrete, different values they are giving. But here you have to calculate the mean for this curve. Curve means continuous value. So for continuous value, the addition is replaced by an integration. So integration is a sort of addition. So I will write it as I average, or we can write it as IDC, anything, I average or IDC is equal to integral. Why? Because since it is a continuous form, only discrete form directly I can add. But if it is a continuous form, you need to use an integration. If I give a curve like this, if I ask you to find what is the area of the curve, you apply the integration method because you have to add all the parts, right? So here From here to here, addition of this quantity. Let us take the quantity is I. So I into dt. I into dt. Integral I into dt. But up to what part? What is the interval? 0 to t by 2. 0 to t by 2. Divided by, this is sum of observation because I is my quantity that I am measuring. So I into, this is sum of observation by total number of observation. What is on the axis, y-axis, x-axis? Time period is x-axis. What is the interval? 0 to t by 2. So I will write it as into t. That's all. I average is equal to I mean is equal to, or I DC is equal to sum of observations divided by number of observations. Followed? So if I take only this part, denominator, I will show here. So if I integrate, what is it? T. Here nothing is there, means 1 into dt. Integration of a constant with respect to dt is what? T. It should be applied within the limits what? T by 2, 0. Then if I substitute upper limit minus lower limit, what is the value? T by 2. So same thing I will write here, 0 to T by 2. I is the alternating current. Alternating current can be written as I naught sine omega t into t. I naught sine omega t into dt. Divided by, how much you got this one? 0 to t by 2, I naught is constant. This 2 will go to the numerator, 2 I naught by t into sine omega t into t. Sine omega t into dt. Now, 2 I naught by t, what is the integration of sine theta? Integration of sine theta is what? Minus cos theta. What is theta? Omega t. What is theta? Omega t. Sine cos omega t, and it is integrated with respect to what? Dt. So again I have to differentiate this one. I will get it as omega. I will get it as omega within the limit what? T by 2. Within the limit t by 2. First integrate this one, and again this is omega t, but it is differentiated with respect to t. So again differentiate this one by omega. Now 2 I naught by pi t 1 by omega. This substitute lower limit minus upper limit. Omega I am taking here. Cos, if I substitute 0 in the place of t, this complete will become cos 0 minus cos omega t. What is t? Actually, it is upper limit minus lower limit. But what sign you have? Minus. So that is why I am making lower limit minus upper. Now, 2 I naught by t into 1 by omega. Let us see, there is a relation. Omega is equal to 2 pi f. Omega is equal to 2 pi f. What is f? 2 pi by t. What is f? 2 pi by t. What is 1 by omega? T by 2 pi. Omega is equal to 2 pi f. F is equal to 1 by t. That means omega is equal to what? 2 pi by t. And 1 by omega is what? Reverse it. T by 2 pi. So here into 1 by omega. What is 1 by omega? T by 2 pi into cos 0. Cos 0 is what? 1 minus cos What is omega? Omega is equal to 2 pi by t. Omega is equal to 2 pi by t. Now 2 and 2 will cancel, t and t will cancel, t and t will cancel, 2 and 2 will cancel. So I naught by pi into 1 minus leftover is what? Cos pi. What is the value of cos pi? Cos pi value is minus 1. So minus of minus plus 1 plus 1, 2. So I average is equal to 2 I naught by pi. So I average is equal to what? RMS value of current. RMS value of current. So RMS means root of mean of square. RMS means what? Root mean square of a current. So what I have to do is that I have to take the value of current. I have to take the value of current, first square it. I have to take the value of current, first square it. After squaring, find the mean. After squaring, find the mean for that square value. After finding the mean, find the root value. Find the root value. So first take the current, square it, find average, then so let I is equal to what? I naught sine omega t. I is equal to what? I naught sine omega t. Now squaring on both sides. Why I am doing squaring on both sides? Because I have to first square it. Root means square. First I have to square it. So that is why I am squaring the current value. So I square is equal to what? I naught square sine square omega t. I square is equal to what? I naught square sine square omega t. So my squaring has been completed. So after doing the squaring, what I have to do? I have to find the mean or average of that square value. So I average or I square average I need to find. So I am to find average for the same. Again, sum of observations by number of observations. So since again it is a continuous form, sum of observation. Now integral I naught square sine square omega t by into dt by. Now the question is that what should be the limit? What do you call the limit? Within the limit, what should we have take? Now instead of taking 0 to 2 by t d by 2, I will take for one complete cycle. So why I am taking for one complete cycle? Because I am squaring the value. For example, if I have given two numbers 5 and minus 5. If I ask you to find the mean, it is 0 directly. If I ask you to square it and find the mean, 5 square is what? 25. Minus 5 square is what? 25. Now if I ask you to take the value, square average value, you can find it. Because I am squaring it. So here also same thing. That is the reason now I will take for one complete cycle. The negative will become now positive. That means 0 to t, 0 to t. So now here, same thing. If I take this denominator, I am doing there 0 to. Same thing. If I integrate, I will get t. But this time the limit will be what? T. Instead of t by 2, I will get t. So my equation becomes, so I naught square is constant. Remove outside. This t I will get here. Sine square omega t into dt. Sine square omega t into dt. Now you need to integrate this factor. But the sine square theta directly you cannot integrate. You can, but it takes longer steps. So first you need to convert into some of the trigonometric function. So I will convert I naught square by t 0 to t sine square omega t. I will write it as 1 minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2 into dt. So this is a function, trigonometric function. I'll write the function here. 2 sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta. 2 sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta. So sine square theta will be what? 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. So the same thing I am applying. Sine square, this complete is theta. 1 minus cos 2 theta, 2 into omega t by 2. This 2 will go here. So that 2, take it outside. I naught square by 2t. Then now integrate 1. If I integrate 1, it is t minus. If I integrate cos, it is sine 2 omega t divided by, again you differentiate this one. Right? Then I will take this one is equal to, is it visible, right? I naught square by 2t into, now apply the limits. What is the limits? T and 0. Now in the first case apply t capital upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit t minus lower limit 0 minus here sine 2 pi, upper limit is t by 2 pi minus sine 0 by 2. Sine 2 pi. So here you remember blindly, this complete part becomes 0. Why? Because if I substitute omega is equal to 2t pi and all, what happens is that you get a formula where sine n pi is equal to 0. Sine n pi, remember this one. This is a very important trigonometric function. Sine n pi is equal to 0. When it is equal to 0, for all values of n, for all values of n, that means n values ranges from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, anything. Sine, if I substitute 0, 0 into pi is 0. Sine 0, 0. If I substitute 1, sine pi, sine 180 is 0. Sine 360 is 0. Like that, for any value of n, the sine function will become 0. The sine function will become what? So hence it will become 0. I naught square by t and t will get cancelled. So I square average is equal to what? I naught square by I square average is what? I naught square by 2. So I have done the squaring. I have taken the mean. Now what I have to do? I have to apply root to get RMS value. So IRMS is equal to what? Under root of I square average. So IRMS is equal to under root of I naught square by 2. So square root cancels. So we'll get it as IRMS is equal to I naught by